Right, I'm underneath the Defender, back from Wales, and started getting a bit of a knocking noise, and the steering's a bit wobbly. I just put it down to big tyres, but if we look at the radius arms, if I can do this one-handed. No, I can't. Let's try this side. They've got loads and loads of clay. The bushes have definitely gone. I know this isn't the best videoing, but I am laying down trying to show you. You can see how much they're moving. So, in stock, I have some used ones that have what look like pretty much new poly bushes. So they will be going on. And I also think I've got a trailing arm that's on its way out on it. So I'll get these fronts done and then I'll wind my way around the back and have a look. Right, yep, I think they are definitely had it. They are worn as you like. Probably about to fall out, a couple of them to be fair. That one's not so bad, but that one, I reckon that one will pull out if we try. So, right, we've got the others on. Not that you can really see. So now I need to see what the back is like. Well, we have the Freelander out. I know I've said before I'm going to turbo this, but actually, realistically, am I? If I have this on the road, am I going to drive this instead of the BRM? Probably not. So I think we're going to get it MOT'd and get it sold. So today we're going to get it cleaned because it is revolting. As you can see, it is disgusting. So we'll pull it out. We'll go and get it cleaned and then we'll get it through its MOT. Inside's disgusting. Showing about the rip in the seat. Don't know if that can be closed up, probably not, but someone might be able to find another seat. So yeah, let's go and get it cleaned, see how it comes up. There we go. The difference a wash makes. Comes up all right actually, not too bad. Makes a hell of a difference. So at least it's nice and clean now, ready for repairing it. It's come up all right, just showing about that seat. So yeah, let's now go and start getting the bits for it. Right, so I've got this in today. I sold this quite a while ago to my brother-in-law and it's come back for its MOT. So let's see how it gets on. Well, here's its MOT test. It failed. Brake pedal anti-slip missing, so the rubber. Headlamp aim too low. Suspension arm pin or bush excessively worn near side front. An anti-roll bar link ball joint no longer prevents the ingress of dirt. And then brake pipe corroded, covered in grease or other material. So brake pipe, we'll have a check, but normally it's just because it's got underseal or something on, so I'll check that. We need to get a pedal rubber. The bush that's worn is the rear control bush on the front wishbone, so they're a bit of a pain in the arse to do, but I'll show you that. And the anti-roll bar link is easy, so let's get on with it. Right, we've got the old control arm bush off. It is a bit of a fight, but at least you haven't got to drop the whole subframe. We just loosen it down at the back, undo the steering column so you can lower it this side, undo the drop links, and then you can bring it down enough just to change the bushes. It's tight, but you can do it. And there we go, all back together. Control arm bush and your roll bar link. Next we just got to put the pedal rubbers in. It was the brake pedal that needed a cover, so I've whipped one off my Cooper S and chucked that on because I can't get him one until a few days because they're coming from China, which is nice. So yeah, he can have mine until the other ones turn up. Right, today I'm going to be stripping out the interior of the caravan. But before I start, just a little update. I'll insert a video here. And the Nuffield has gone. Quite upset about it, actually. For a couple of reasons. First of all, I didn't really want to sell it, but I do need a cash injection. And it wasn't without its troubles. Now, this chap, very knowledgeable chap, knows what he wanted, messaged me previously, asked me several questions, of which I answered to the best of my knowledge. Now, one of the questions was, is the block cracked? Now, I obviously said no, because the engine runs lovely, it drives fine, it's not cracked. What I hadn't thought about, and it hadn't crossed my mind, was, has it previously been cracked and welded? Now, he obviously came and had a look, spent an hour with us, lovely chap, had a chat, you know, knows his stuff, had a good look around it, and took it away, as you saw in the video. But when he got back, he did notice that it had been welded before, behind the fuel pump. Now, I keep saying now in this video, I am quite upset about it because the previous owner didn't tell me it had been welded. I hadn't noticed it had been welded. It's been off somewhere else for service. He didn't either notice it or tell me. So I feel pretty bad because obviously matey's bought this tractor and it's not as honest as I would like to have been. I mean, my conscience is clear because I really didn't know and no one told me, but obviously I feel bad that it's not exactly what he wanted. So it has gone. I mean, to be fair, Timmy rung me up to ask me if I knew it. Obviously I told him I didn't know. And he's going to either part it out or sell it on to someone who's not overly bothered about it. I mean, I've spoke to a few people since, and a lot have told me there isn't one that hasn't cracked in the past and been welded up. But as I say, you've seen the videos, I've used it lots. I've never had any issues with it. But he said he wants to use it for ploughing, and it's going to be under a load quite a lot, and it could risk cracking again. So I get that. So yeah, so it looks like it's going to be sold again. He did say to me before he left yesterday, because he could see that I was quite upset that it was going, that you know, if he decided to sell it in the future, he'd give me first refusal. But he had no intentions of selling it, so you know, it's kind of awkward, kind of sad, not how I wanted it to go. I mean, as I say, to be fair to him, he hasn't rung me up and said, I'm bringing it back, I want my money back. I don't know if he's in his rights to be able to do that anyway, because he came and looked round it. I don't really know, but I mean, yeah, I've spent the money now anyway, so I couldn't give it back to him straight away. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, the Nuffield's gone. Hopefully he does all right out of it. You know, I don't begrudge anyone making money on top of something. If I've made my money and they can put some on top and make theirs, fine. So if he's able to make good out of it, brilliant. He might even realise that actually it does run so well that the block weld repair doesn't really matter. I don't know. But anyway, that's an update on that. The Nuffield's gone. I'm sad because it's gone and because it's not quite what the guy thought it was going to be. Anyway, so to make myself feel better, I'm going to empty this out. Me and the other half want to make it more usable for us. We don't use any of this, we don't use any of this, so I'm going to tear the whole lot out so it's an empty shell, get all the paneling off the walls because it's all old, it's all rattling, get the whole lot down, and check the body, if there's any holes, any rot, anything like that, deal with all that. Completely, while it's empty, completely do the floor. I've got a load of laminate in there, like tongue and groove laminate. I'm going to put down on the floor, the whole floor, not just round bits. And then I'm going to start putting bits back in. We're going to have a fixed bed up that end like we have now, but round the other way, so you can actually walk around either side.
We're going to put the fridge freezer in properly, put the little wardrobe in properly, install a proper shower and toilet. We're going to have like a full-size shower tray instead of the tiny little cubicles you get, because we're not going to need half of this stuff. We will put in a gas hob because we don't use the cooker. There is already a gas hob there, so I might be able to reuse that. Otherwise, I'll just get a single burner, because that's all we need, is just to boil the kettle if we're not on mains. Put a water heater in. Obviously the one that's in here is from the 80s, so it's probably old and decrepit and needs replacing, so we'll get a modern one that's more efficient for the shower. And yeah, just see what we're left with. Maybe just even put a 2-seater sofa up this end, so you've still got loads of room to get about. So let's stop talking about it and let's get on with it.
Well, we've had 3 or 4 hours on it. There's a lot of wood in here, or there was. Got rid of all the sofas, got rid of the wardrobe, got rid of the kitchen, started on the shower. Really, I need to get the digger over here and fill the bucket up with all the waste first before I start doing any more, I think. And then once that's down, we can start taking all the panelling off and see what we're left with. I'm not holding much hope. There seems to be a lot of horrible old wood. I mean, once it's all peeled back and I've got loads of insulation, hopefully we'll be able to save it. Otherwise it'll be going for scrap. But it seems a shame, because it was dry in here when I was in here. I actually lived in here for quite a while when I got divorced, unfortunately. I ended up staying in here because I had nowhere else to go. It did me all right over one winter. But yeah, hopefully we'll save it. I say I'm not going to start pulling anything else off yet, I don't think, until the digger arrives, or the loader with the big bucket, so I can fill it up to go in the fire pile. But we're getting there. We're making progress. And there we go. One digger bucket full up with the first load. I don't think we're even halfway through yet. So that can all now go on the fire pile, and we can get on with making a new pile.